I just went by the watch, but I like down to shoddy, my time.
The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got the game going here with the first basket for Brooklyn. The kick out to Irving. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Puts up a three. A three-pointer is right on target.
3 points.
Irving's got 5 points so far.
What a sweet jumper that was. Great J from Dr. J.
Buries it from three-point range.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Irving. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis is just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters. Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And there's the call on Curry.
Stephen Curry.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Left side, Irving. O'Neal outside.
You look at Porzingis, guys, and I like his versatility, especially on the defensive end where he can guard multiple positions.
Up top, Curry. Down low. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Shaq. It doesn't go for him. Irving with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Lets it go with the three. Traps in the tray.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc?
Here's Irving. And nothing is falling for him right now. And he banks in the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
And yes, it's good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
But we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special, special talent in Embiid.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
This is how dominant Shaq is inside, just powering it down whenever he sees the opportunity. I mean, he's all about brute force and finishing.
Now Irving, after the missed three from Stephen Curry.
And you know what? Highlights don't get any more spectacular than that one.
Yeah, he left the defender pretzeled up and then punched it down.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Good on the triple.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him.
At the line for the away team, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pass to Davis. Here's Mikan, guarded by O'Neal. Davis has the open look. Here's Mikan. Good if it goes. And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Brooklyn leads by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Kicks it out to Baylor. Shot clock at 6. Outside Edwards. Baylor can't get it to go.
Atlanta foul. Elgin Baylor. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Edwards. Pass to George. Back to Edwards. High arcing shot.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
Back to Baylor. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Just 5 on the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You know, the power and grace of Elgin Baylor, just too much to handle. This time he draws the foul.
The Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the game. And so Baylor nails both of them. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Duncan. Offline with his 3. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Ingram. Stolen by George. Duncan scanning the floor. Elgin Baylor pulls it in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Right side Davis. Mikan. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Team foul. Substitution for Atlanta.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. A shake. George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Atlanta with the ball. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And Curry, here we go. Edwards looking it over. Pass to Curry. Clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal.
That one on George.
Second team foul.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
Pass to Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Embiid from outside. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. In the corner, George with it. Misses the 3. Brooklyn trails by 4.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Here's Curry with the 3.
This is exactly where length and instinct combine to provide a stop. Ball doing it nicely at the defensive end.
The deep 3 from George. That shot missing. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Atlanta. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here is Curry. Pass to George. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. George has got 8 points.
Nice rhythm to that play right there.
Oh, man! What a finish.
How about that authoritative punch by Pippen? Showing you just how strong he can be on finishes like that.
There's a good screen. Here's Cousins. And it's Reed pulling it down. Brooklyn trails by 3 with the step back. Right side, Pippen. Paul George with the steal. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Atlanta shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Irving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
Curry outside. Atlanta again missing. And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Atlanta calls timeout. Here's Baylor. Takes the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Baylor's got 5 points so far.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Ingram right side. Pass to Mikan. Back to Ingram. Paul George with the steal. For the tie, Gilmore. Rejected by Ben Carroll.
And when Carroll turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Davis. And the turnover again by Atlanta. Outside Edwards. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside George. And then George with the jam.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Ben Carroll. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Bailey. Ingram deciding where to go with it. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
First team
For Brooklyn, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
for the away team. Paolo and Carroll. One shot.
When you're the #1 pick, like Van Carroll, the expectations are through the roof. But Paolo is well-grounded. Got his feet on the ground, head squarely focused. He's embracing the challenge and meeting it so far.
It's stolen by Curry. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Pass to Mikan. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, you know, one thing about being a great scorer, you draw a lot of defensive attention. And there, Irving takes advantage by finding an open teammate.
It's Edwards on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Brooklyn, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
At the line for the away team.
And he makes both free throws. Now Edwards. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
O'Neal with the steal. And we've reached the end of the third. Brooklyn ahead as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Brooklyn with the ball. They lead by 4. Outside Irving. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Irving's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Brooklyn. Here's Curry. Porzingis trying to get free. And he makes good on the layup.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Curry. That's tipped. Pass to Cousins. Back to Porzingis.
Personal foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for Brooklyn. Number 5.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Curry. Out to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Tipped away. Back to Curry. From past the arc. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Curry. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Embiid inside. Assertive move by Embiid.
Embiid, such a dominant force inside. That's exactly where his coaches and teammates want him operating.
Here's O'Neal. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Porzingis.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Screen by Porzingis. It's Curry outside. Curry on the wing. Curry! What else is new?
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Brooklyn. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Irving. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He is on some kind of roll. Julius Irving making it pop.
Atlanta calls timeout. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. During the break, I was able to catch the message Atlanta's coach gave to his team. Coach told his guys, lock in. This is it. Leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Brooklyn leading by 6. And Stephen Curry with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Second team foul.
107 left in the 4th. Outside Irving. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Curry with the 3.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts. Well, another Tin Cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a 4th quarter he's going to want to remember. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
A shot by Curry, no good. And that's a foul.